If you told me the same people that made these...
Don't worry, I've been in this situation before. How do you think I got these scars? From wolves? Fucking wolves. Now let's get out of here. We killed Tim! He's dead! He's dead! He's dead!
We're going to be making a Chip and Dale movie. I'd be like...
I need it!
Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers was directed by Akiva Schaffer and stars Andy Samberg and John Mulaney and follows Chip and Dale in the present day who had to put aside their differences and team up to figure out why so many tunes are going missing. Now, if it sounds at all like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, that's because this is kind of like a spiritual successor to that film. This film blends live action with hand-drawn animation, CG animation, stop motion, puppetry, weird lifelike motion capture animation. It goes above and beyond what Roger Rabbit was capable of at the time. I think the first thing to say is that if you think this is going to be at all like the original cartoon, then you should just get rid of those thoughts immediately because this could not be farther away from that as possible. Instead, it's going for more of a satire of Hollywood starring these characters and making a crazy world that blends humans with all sorts of animation rather than do an adaptation of the show. And I think that was a genius choice. This film is insanely funny, clever, it has amazing animation, and tells a fun mystery while never losing sight at the heart of the center of the characters. This is a film that shouldn't work at all, and somehow works even better than one would expect. When I saw the trailer for this film and found out it'd be centered around a mystery, I became worried because a lot of mysteries in kids' films often don't really work for me. But here, they found a clever way to make it more than just tunes gone missing. Building into the satire of the film, the mystery surrounding the disappearance of tunes is not only hilarious, but it makes it more engaging for the audience to see how it all plays out. Had this just been a standard kidnapping kind of mystery, the film would have lost so much of what makes it fun and enjoyable. I'm not going to act like the entire film was a surprise. It follows a lot of stories of two friends that have to come back together and find out what made them friends before. On that side, the film doesn't throw many surprises at you, but it's not really supposed to. The main goal of the film is to create an entertaining world with a fun mystery that fits into that world, and this film succeeds at doing so in my opinion. Hopefully, this film is successful enough that we get some kind of sequel, because I would love to see more of this world and what they can do with it. The voice cast is fantastic with Andy Samberg and John Mulaney voicing Chip and Dale. The two are friends in real life and you can feel the chemistry here in their performances. But not just them, you also have actors like Will Arnett playing a middle-aged Peter Pan, Seth Rogen playing a Polar Express era CG dwarf character, Keegan-Michael Key playing a puppet. There's so many surprise voice actors that it'd be too long to list them all. But it's not just surprise voice actors you should look out for, it's the plethora of cameos in this film. From characters across the Disney library, to DreamWorks, to Nickelodeon, to things like Batman vs. E.T., there are so many blink and you'll miss it cameos that it makes it worth to go back and rewatch the film just to see the ones you missed. If you grew up from the late 80s to now, there's going to be some kind of fun piece of cameo for you to find. If you're a fan of Roger Rabbit and what that film did with mashing up animation and live action and telling an adult type story in a kid film setting, then you're going to have a lot of fun with this. While it's easy to see how this film was inspired by Roger Rabbit, the film finds a tone and story all of its own that it never feels like it's drawing from that film. Had this been an actual Roger Rabbit sequel, I don't think it would have worked. But by setting it with these two characters in its own distinct world really helps make the film feel fresh and original. Honestly, there's not a whole lot for me to say about this film. It's an incredibly fun ride filled with so much that it makes me want to go back and rewatch it to see what I missed. Great characters, hilarious jokes and gags, a fun mystery, and cameos galore. Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers is some of the most fun you'll have this summer and is a very easy recommendation, no matter if you grew up with the show or not. I'm going to give Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers an 8 out of 10.